What's going on, people? If you have any weed eaters or leaf blowers that you start up in the spring, it either bogs down while you're using it, kind of goes in and out, or it's having trouble starting or staying on. Sometimes you got to check your gas. Sometimes it's a bigger problem, but usually when you're starting up in the spring, it's because you either had gas that had ethanol in it all winter. Regular gas with ethanol collects moisture. Non-ethanol gas, though, doesn't. So that's why you usually put stable or ethanol shield throughout the winter. So anyway, I'm going to show you something that you can do. Mechanic in a bottle. Okay? They are not paying me to say this, as you know. This is a new YouTube channel. I already have another one, but I'm going to make a new one, or another one, I should say, for my lawn care. So I have a lawn care business, and I think I should put some stuff on there as far as lawn care goes. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys. So empty out all your gas out of your weed eater. See, I have the steel weed eater, the good one, the 131R, and it's got the attachments. Yeah, right there. You can take attachments off and put like a rototiller attachment, pole saw, sweeper, bush trimmer. I got all of them. Well, I don't have the sweeper, but so anyway, take some of your mechanic in a bottle, okay, and pour that. Not a lot, but a good chunk of it. I'll do this a couple times. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do it a couple more times. Make sure it's really in there. Okay, now there's no gas in here. Remember that. No gas in here. So I'm going to give it a couple pulls real quick. All right. Let that really get in there. There's no gas in it, just this. And I got just enough. Yeah, just this. I got just enough to get some in there and get it in all the working parts. Let it sit there for like maybe a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, depending. In the weed eater, the leaf blower, whatever. I'm gonna do it to my leaf blower too. I got like 3 leaf blowers, but I got the steel here. The BG55, it's an older one. Got it on Marketplace for like 75 bucks last year. Works great. I have the big Echo, what is it, 9010 or something? The big backpack leaf blower. One of the most, I think the most powerful one on the market so far. When I bought it, it was. I don't know if they made something new since. I bought it like 2 years ago. But anyway, I have another weed eater, a 91R steel. And I have a leaf blower that my uncle gave me, and I'm going to do this to all of them because last winter, or last fall I should say, and winter, I failed to put non-ethanol gas in, or stable, or ethanol shield. I failed to do all of that. So before I even try to get the, I mean, no, I'm sure they'll be fine, but you never know. 1 year I failed to do that, and my weed eater would work while I had it propped up, and every time I went down to weed eat, it would like bog down and shut off. And I found out it was because there was some moisture in it that accumulated from leaving leaving regular gas that had 10% ethanol. Apparently ethanol collects or attracts moisture, so humidity and whatever in old gas isn't the greatest to use unless you have some sort of stabilizer in it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let this sit. All you got to do when it's done, take the cap off and dump it all out somewhere, maybe into a container or something. I didn't put that much in, so I could probably do it anywhere, but dump it out, and then you put your mix in. Non-ethanol gas with that steel mix. And put that in, pump it up, and it should be good to go. All of them. So, a little tip for you. Remember, mechanic in a bottle. They're not paying me to say this. This is just my advice to you. I wish they were paying me to say it, by the way. It's my advice to you, and I would recommend doing this if you're having that problem. It might just be a little moisture, gummed up something, and that helps clean it out so good. A dude I know like knows everything about weed eaters and lawn care and mowers and all sorts of stuff. Every time I go to him with a problem, he has some advice, and it always works, like literally always. So he told me to do this once, and then my weed eater was fine ever since. So like I said, I failed to do what I should have for the winter, so now I have to do this. He told me to just dump it in straight. Now on the instructions it does say you can put a little bit in your gas, like you know, it's got little measurements on the bottle there. I don't know if you can see right there on the side, little measurements. So depending on what you're putting it in, or what you can put it in one of your gas tanks or whatever, should be 100% good to go. Like and subscribe. Follow me if you want more advice on man stuff for lawn care. Oh yeah, by the way, if you have a steel weed eater, check out my video on if it's always spinning. I'm gonna put that one up right after this one about me replacing the clutch spring. So if like when you have it running and you're pushing on the throttle, obviously the weed eater, like the string, will spin. You know what I mean? And if you let go of the trigger, usually it dies down. It's supposed to stop, and it's just supposed to, the string is supposed to just stick out and stay still, and the engine should stay running. Well, sometimes when your clutch is bad or your clutch spring breaks, the end will still spin. So I'm gonna open this thing up and replace the spring. Hopefully it's not the clutch, but anyway, check out that video, because by the time you see this, I'm gonna have that one up on the YouTube too.